What you guys been doing? I'm a week late. I took I took last week off. I'll blame it on it being a federal holiday. Actually, no. That's not it. I just needed a little bit of extra time to breathe. It's funny, when you start paying attention to things that you are grateful for, things to be grateful for begin coming into your presence at a very fast pace. And I kind of got a little overwhelmed. So I just had to step back for a minute and just take a look around and just take a deep breath and kind of, try to put everything back in perspective. So this channel was started with the idea of having a safe place for people to go, to sit down and just chit chat. And I wanted this to be kind of an oasis, and I still do. But I found that the idea of introducing a new topic every week is going to be kind of overwhelming. So I think what I'm going to do is I think we're just going to stick with gratitude as our umbrella, and we will start bringing in smaller topics, but everything is always going to tie around gratitude and around the practices that bring gratitude into our awareness. So not last week, but the week before, I had introduced the idea of peace. Well, oftentimes when we are doing exercises that make us more aware of things to be grateful for in our lives, peace is often an outgrowth of that, if you will. Now you can generate peace. Of course, in my belief, I am a Christian. I really hate that term, Christian. I am a follower of Jesus. I am a believer. And, let me back up a little bit. You might wonder why I hate the term Christian. Well, the term Christian is actually, if you go back to its roots, it was actually a derogatory thing. They were ridiculing followers of Jesus. They were ridiculing them and accusing them of trying to be like little Christs. So anyway, I am not a little Christ. I am a follower of Jesus. We can get into all the semantics and what that means and what that means to me if you guys want to have a discussion about that, or if it ever happens to pop up in another discussion. But back to peace. As far as I am concerned, Christ is the Prince of Peace. And it is in him that my peace is founded. It is in him that my peace is rooted. And what I go to find my peace is, first of all, it's based in Scripture. The Bible specifically says that thou will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee. So when my mind is fixed on God and his goodness, when my mind is fixed on Christ, that's where my peace is anchored. And then I do specific things to cultivate that peace, because it's not enough. I mean, anybody can throw verses around, and honestly, it doesn't matter where you're grabbing your literature from. If you're grabbing it from the Bible, or if you're grabbing it from the works of someone else, if you don't have practices in your life that are going to help you cultivate the emotions of peace and cultivate those things that bring you peace, then you can throw scripture or inspirational quotes or whatever words around that you want to throw around, and they're not going to help you. You have to have some kind of a practice so that you experience peace. Because if you're not experiencing it, then it really doesn't mean anything. It's kind of like the difference between studying, for example, studying how to ride horses and reading all these books and getting all this head knowledge about how to do a certain thing. But you really don't take that from just that intellectual level to an experiential level until you go and you sit on a horse and you begin to take riding lessons, or you start to ride, or you start messing with horses. So we can throw around words about peace, and we can throw around verses about peace, and we can throw around quotes about peace, from teachers, like Jesus, all the way down through, these other people who talk about peace a lot. And, you know, I know that the Dalai Lama talks about peace and Buddha talks about peace, and there are all these different things that speak about peace, but until we experience it, they're just words. So you have to have practices in your life that will cultivate peace. So how do I cultivate peace? Well, I pray. I meditate. I will do self-hypnosis from time to time. I will take walks in nature. I will go sit by a river. I will take a long drive. I will listen to music. I will listen to soothing music. So you have to have practices, and they don't have to be like these rote, and rote I mean R-O-T-E, like these memorized, hard and fast things that you do every single time to get peace. If you have that and that works for you, that's great. I get bored with that kind of stuff really quick. And there are things that I do that are tried and true, but oftentimes I have to mix it up. Oftentimes it takes a mixture of things for me to bring that peace alive in my heart. So what is it that you're doing to bring that peace alive in your heart? And for me, like I said, every single morning before I get out of bed, I'm making a gratitude list. I usually, I've got one of these phones and I have the little stylus thingy that pops out, and I usually make a gratitude list. Poke it here. There's one of my gratitude lists right there. I'm grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for my truck. I'm grateful for my dogs. I'm grateful for my horses. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for RTT. I am grateful for Estella Cotter Coaching, soon to come. I am grateful for the amount of money that I've chosen to earn every week. And then I went into some Bob Proctor, I'm so happy and so grateful now. So, there's quite a few things that I can do in the morning, but I definitely make my grateful list in the morning, and that helps to set my tone for the day. That helps me to set the emotional state that I want to experience for the rest of my day. And believe it or not, it really truly does help. So anyway, this is probably about 7 minutes long. I'm going to try to keep these really short because I know that people don't have a whole lot of time. If you want more information about me, about Estella Cotter Coaching, about rapid transformational therapy, which I am a certified practitioner of, and how that can benefit your life, you can always email me at discoveryou@EstellaCotterCoaching.com. I am still learning how to use this technology, so please bear with me as I learn how to do that. I hope to embed, stuff in the videos and show pictures and all this really cool stuff. But, I got to learn how to be that person so that I can do those things. Anyway, you guys, mwah, I love you. I hope to see you next week, and we'll talk soon.